Okay, good morning actually, or whatever time it is in your place. My name is Bernardus, and welcome back to this series, I guess, for 2.5-year engineering plan. And today we will be talking about my project, yes, as a part of my 2.5-year engineering plan. As you can see, this is my 2.5-year engineering plan. I finished C, I have finished Java and built Leftus, my current magnum opus, and now I'm stepping into Spring Boot. We are on the week 16. Actually, this is the number of issue I created, not the order. Yes, that's a bit of a mistake on my part, but I'm too lazy to recreate everything, so here we are. So I built multi-user feedback wall where everyone can post, can create, read, update, delete a post, and create, read, update, delete a comment in a post. There is no security yet because I haven't implemented Spring Security, so until now it's free for all. This is the tag that I use. I use Spring Boot, obviously. Spring Boot Java, not Kotlin. Kotlin is for the future. I learned about JDBC client, so I can use raw SQL. I use timeleaf fragments. I don't know. I just use timeleaf, normal timeleaf stuff. I used PostgreSQL via the compose.yaml and transactional, so that I can abide by ACID, I think. Basically, if one operation fails, everything fails. So yeah, the database doesn't get corrupted. This is the postmortem. We'll get into that later, but for now, let's dive deep into the code. This is the .idea. I don't know why I have .github right here. I opened this project in VS Code so I can code JavaScript and HTML, and it kept pestering me with this .github folder that I don't need. Is that in a... Okay, not pushed. Okay, thanks. Okay. So now this is the main package. This is where my Java code lives. I haven't implemented testing yet. I'll learn that in the future. So, but for now, let's dive deep into the main class. Yes, the main class. This is the entry point for our application. Spring application.run feedback application.class args. This will open up our whole Spring Boot application, but that doesn't matter right now. What we need to do is now see how request comes in. When someone enters our website, let's say enters our server, the first things that happen is that the controller will take control. Yes, this is a controller. Request mapping means this API starts at / which is the root. This controller has the repository and wall service. This is also a thing that I learned this week. The controller shouldn't interact immediately with the repository. Instead, it should go through the service. But again, this is just a simple project. This is not a full-blown Spring Boot application. So this one will be like a mini version of the real app. Still, if you're building a real app, you should separate the service should be the middleman between the repository and the controller. But again, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, alright? I am here to learn, not to teach anyone. Yes, so we initialize the post controller, and then we have the root get mapping. This is for reading all it lists. So what do we do here? So we have request param right here. It means like query param. So question mark title equals what? Yes, something like that. So this basically means you can pass in a title if you want, but if not, it's okay. And it checks if the title is not null and blank, we call the repository find by title. And if it doesn't have a title, just add the attribute of find all, and then we return index.html. Index.html is located in resources and templates. Yes, templates. Index.html. It will return this, and since we use timeleaf or timeleaf, yes, let's just say it's timeleaf, correct my pronunciation again. This HTML will be built on the server and will be sent down to the client with the full HTML ready. This is the ID because we will get the path variable will show post. Okay, so this is something interesting. Why do I use wall service right now? Again, you should use service whenever you do, but for now I use service because I shouldn't have a command repository inside my post controller. So that's where service comes in this point. Post details wall service show post.id. Yes, this is what I talked about in the beginning, transactional, so that everything inside this method must either be completed for everything to happen, or if one thing fails, it reverts back to the beginning so that your database doesn't get corrupted. It calls the post repository increment views so that when we call /id, it increases the views, and then we find the post repository found by ID, and then we fetch all the comments in that post and return a new post details, which is a model. Yes, this is the real replica of the database. This is the replica. This is the post details, which has comments. This is the post request, so that when you're sending over through the network to the server, you only send the title and content, and then the post summary. This is for the list earlier, so that you don't need to. So when you fetch the list of all the posts, you don't fill in with the comment. It'll be a waste of bandwidth. Yes, bandwidth. This is what I use. This list, this list, find all, and as you can see right here, I don't select star. It means select everything. I select everything but the content. So now I query it using the post summary class because post summary doesn't have a content. The same with find by title, but we use where title I like and order by ascending. Yes, that's basically it. Let's return back to this. This is model attribute means add the data to the read. This will return post. The post is like the detailed data about the post and alongside all the comments. Yes, the comments right here, as you can see. This is like giving the new post. We are giving the data empty data, and then we are returning new post HTML. This is the page to create a new post. And as you can see right here, we get post request because we only take title and content because everything else is automated by the database, and then we redirect to index. The same with edit, post repository model attribute. Yes, when you're editing, we immediately give the data find by ID, because if we use the wall service, the views will be incremented. So that's something that we don't want to do. This is update ID, which means update this, or should I say this post? Yes, update this post, and we pass in post and ID. This is for delete ID. We don't need it because it is in the /ID. This is to increment like. This is to dislike. Yes, that's it. Now we get to the command controller. Yes, this is command payload. This is so that I can send data through the network, which just has the string content. This is not your typical tiny leaf. This is an API RestController, because I decided for command we need a bit of interactivity, though it is not interactive at all. It is still a full page reload. I decided to use AJAX, asynchronous JavaScript pre. What is it again? Okay. Asynchronous JavaScript and XML. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. I just use asynchronous JavaScript, right? I didn't use XML. Please. This is the command controller. We have the wall service and command repository, obviously, and then we have the post. We need the post ID so that we can fetch all the commands. We call a service, add command to a post. This is post mapping, so you add a command to a post. Add command to a post. We create the command and then we increment the command in the post. I'll talk about the repository later, but for now this is it. And then we have put mapping for edit, because the post, we already know the post is there, we just need the command ID. We just call the command repository update to update it. The same with the lead, and for read, because it is handled in the post controller, we don't need it here. And then we have the feature to like and dislike command, which I didn't really use. I forgot to add this feature, so I'm sorry, but this hasn't been used. I'm sorry. How can I forget, man? Okay, so after the controller, we get into the repository. We get into the service. I've showcased everything. Also, for the lead command, we use wall service also, because we need to decrement the command in the post repository. So that's basically it. And now we enter the repository. The post repository is like usual. I use raw SQL. I'm starting to get the hang of the raw SQL. I'm starting to like it. I haven't done any complex query yet, and I hope I will have never to, but I think I'll need to in the future. So yeah, wish me luck. It's the same here, find boss by ID. I don't really need to dive deep into this, because we've dived deep into SQL last week. Even though last week my sound was terrible, don't get me wrong, my sound is still terrible, my throat is still not good, right? And I got exam tomorrow, so yeah, we're not gonna dive deep into this. Just like the usual, select everything from commands. Yes. And then we enter the model. The command is, yes, this is the, for command and post is the direct replica of schema.sql. This will be executed, and our database in the PostgreSQL will create this table. This table will be created if it hasn't existed yet in the table. The new thing that I learned is that the current timestamp, this is timestamp, yes, current timestamp means right now, and the unique one is this foreign key. In Django, when I was learning Django, is it called Django? When I was learning Django, it's heavily abstracted by the ORM, so I didn't really understand, but now I kind of understand this one. So this means create a foreign key with the within the value of post ID that reference an ID of a post, and on the lead cascade means the lead on the cascade. Okay, I don't really understand about the constraint, but let's search it out. What does it mean? Okay, so constraint, this means this is the constraint. The constraint is that post ID is a foreign key to an ID of a post, and on delete we delete everything. So when the post is deleted, the comment will automatically be deleted as well. Post details is the post with comments, because even though comment has a foreign key to the post, when you fetch post, it doesn't automatically fetch all the comments. So you need to like fetch the comments separately. Post request, this is what we send from the user because we only need the title, and post summary, this is without the content. So I guess that's everything. The exception is still the global exception handler that sends error. Okay, I said I used AJAX, right? Asynchronous JavaScript. That is primarily used in here, yes, especially in the comments. As you can see right here, inside div, yes, the lead button, this button, it doesn't really point to anything. It's because in my job, in my JavaScript, I add an event listener when the DOM content is loaded. This means I add an event listener to the DOM content loaded. I point to the button, submit button, and I add an event listener for click. If once it's clicked, we'll get the attribute and we'll call the function submit command. Function submit command, yes. We'll get the value of the command, and then if it is empty, the command cannot be empty, we'll return an alert. But if it is not empty, we immediately create a post request with the content type of application JSON. The body is the string of the content, and then if the response is not okay, we send an error fail to save command, and if it completes, we reload the window. This is why I said it's not really interactive, because it is still a full page reload. The same with the comments container. Okay, let me okay, we get the element. Okay, sorry. Where is it? Post HTML and main JS. Save button, cancel button. We get the comments container. Comment container, yes, right here. And then if the container does exist, we add an event listener to click. We take the event target, and then we get the attribute of the data ID. So I'm a bit confused about this myself. So we add an event listener to the click event. Oh, okay. So this basically means get the comments container, and we check the target. If the target is the edit button, oh yes, we get the ID, data ID right here. Yes, we get the attribute data ID, and then we check which one is the clicked one. Is it edit button or cancel button? If it is edit button, we edit it. If it is delete, we delete it. If it is save, we save it. I think I haven't implemented this yet. This is for edit comment. Oh yes, this is for edit comment, because you immediately edit the comment in the we create a pod and send JSON over to the server, and then we delete the comment right here. Okay, so that's basically it. Now the CSS, do I really need to show it? This is horrible. I am used to the Tailwind world, so that now my raw CSS skill is very horrendous. Don't get your hopes up for the design. I don't use Tailwind in this one. Okay, so now we'll go do./mvnv spring boot run. Just wait, okay? Yesterday my PC nearly crashed because out of memory, right? I need to run IntelliJ, I need to run VS Code, I need to run my server, Docker, and virtual VM. Oh, sorry, I haven't run my Docker. As I said, my RAM nearly cried because I need to run Docker, and my WSL cache only takes up nearly 4 to 6 gigabytes. Now I limit it to 4, so it can't get any higher than that. I still have exam tomorrow, so I can't really record this video too long because I need to study after this. Come on, please. I know you live in the hard disk, but come on, be faster. Come on. Yes. Now we run the Spring Boot one. Yes, using Docker Compose. Starts with the process ID of 15,252. We start the Postgres. And then yeah, Tomcat started on localhost 8080. Yes, I don't understand. Correct. As you can see, whoa. I don't know what happened. This is gotta be deleted. Okay, that's an error on my part, but you never know. So let's test. Testing. Bro. Yes. When I clicked it, the views increment. When I comment, bro. I can edit it as well, bro. Save. Delete. I'll get a warning to delete this comment, and when I delete it, the comments decrement. But there is a single thing that ticks me off. When I click comment, it is a full page reload, right? So that technically means the views kept increasing. So if I do this, I can just spam edit and increase it non-stop. This is an error on my part, but this is just a simple project, man. I cannot be bothered. Next week I'll use analog.js alongside Spring Boot, so I'll pour everything in that. Blood, tear, and sweat. Yes. Okay, so let's focus on the post first. I can read. Obviously, I can read. I can edit. Yes. Create, read, update, and last is delete. I can delete this one. And now for comment, I can create a comment. I can edit. I like nasi goreng. Yes. Create, read, update, and lastly delete. I can also like and dislike this post, but it's spammable, so, and the views just kept increasing. So yeah, the error here is like non-unique view per day, so like a viewer must have only one view per day. But okay, who's gonna be using this? Okay, I know that's not good of a reason for learning, but sometimes you need to know when to stop and when to focus on the next week. I still have exam after this, so I cannot pour everything into this, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I'll get back next week. So now create, read, update, delete, create, read, update, delete, both are successful for post and comment. So that's, I guess, for today. Yes, I guess that is for today. This is a really simple, mind-numbingly simple app. Next week we'll use the Kanban board. Yes, the weightless Kanban board. Say wait, let me cancel this one. So okay, if you just want to see this week's project, that's everything. But if you want to stick around to see what I planned for next week, stick around as well. What did I just say, man? Okay, so this is the backend for next week in my form.xml right here. I, as usual, use everything you see right here. I use Spring Boot. I already use virtual threads since last week. I use JDBC client, Postgre, and analog.js. Oh no. For an wait, sorry. I cannot show the front end. That's my another project I'm currently having, so yeah, I cannot show it right now. I'm sorry, okay, but this is the backend for next week. I plan to create a Kanban board using analog Angular. I won't be using any fancy dependency. I'll only use CDK, Angular CDK, so that I can focus on the logic and integrate it with my Spring backend. It won't end horrendously like my React Django thing. Yes. So yeah, I guess that's for everything today. I thank you for watching, and yeah, I guess thank you. Okay, Bernardus signing off. Thank you.